This is KGW News at noon.
And we start with breaking news at noon. We want to show you a live look outside the Idaho courthouse, where we are waiting to hear the verdict in the murder trial of Lori Vallow. All the media is gathered. You see the microphones there. We are expecting to hear this announcement at any moment now. Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. Thank you for joining us today. This trial started back on April 3rd and has gotten national attention. Vallow is accused of killing her 2 children and her husband's ex-wife. After 6 weeks, the prosecution and defense rested their case on Tuesday. Jurors began deliberating yesterday afternoon and returned a verdict just before 10 o'clock this morning. Now, when that verdict comes in, we will bring it to you. Vallow's husband, meantime, his name is Chad Daybell. He's also facing murder charges, but he's being tried separately. His trial is expected to start sometime in June. All right, our weather forecast also making news today. We want to show you this live look. It's kind of a sweeping view from hood to coast. Our run for record high temperatures begins today. We want to head back to the weather center right now because both Oregon and Washington are under heat advisories this weekend. So, Rod, what is the temperature right now?
And that's where we begin. 72 currently. So although the heat advisory doesn't begin until tomorrow, today's actually day one of making a run for record high temperatures. The record today is 87. At 72, we are right in the wheelhouse of warming up another 15 degrees or so this afternoon and getting to that record. The National Weather Service has a heat advisory that starts technically at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for the heat of Saturday going through the day Sunday. This is for the coast up and down I-5. It does not include the Columbia River Gorge. And just to be clear, temperatures at the coast will be 70s and 80s, not 90s, but we will be getting into the 90s here in the valley. So 87 today, 92 tomorrow, projecting 92 on Mother's Day. These will be the records, so expecting to break the record on Sunday. Still eyeing an evening storm chance, by the way, Mother's Day evening through the day on Monday. So we'll talk more about that, more on the regional temperatures coming up. Here's your day planning for Portland this afternoon. Currently 72, there's the record tying 87. And there's your temperature this evening. Still warm, 80 at 8 p.m. Brenda?
All right. Thank you, Rod. Well, in response to the heat, the city of Portland is giving away free air conditioners. This is part of the Cooling Portland program that kicked off after the heat dome in 2021. The city is handing out 4,000 new energy efficient units. To be eligible, you must live in Portland proper, and there are some income restrictions. To apply, you can go to the city's website. It's on your screen right now. That's portland.gov/clean energy. Hey, if you live in Cowlitz County, here are some options to keep cool. The city of Longview will open its cooling shelters starting tomorrow. And the Woodland Community Library will open tomorrow morning at 10 for folks trying to beat the heat. We have reached out to other counties in Oregon and Washington about their plans. As soon as we hear back, we will update you on air and online. Well, if you're planning a trip to a river to cool off, a warning. The water is still very, very cold this time of year, and it can be dangerous. Right now, the temperature on the Clackamas, Willamette, and Columbia rivers is hovering right around 50 degrees. That can send your body into shock in just a matter of minutes. Area rivers are also running high, fast, and full of debris. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office says if you're on the water, always wear a life jacket.
It may not be what you or your kids want to wear, but if you're going to be in the water, right, this is what's going to save your life. Every year we seem to have tragedies in Oregon early season with drownings, and we really want to prevent that.
He also has a common sense reminder for boaters. Don't drive your boat impaired and follow all the rules of the river. Well, in Newburgh, the hot, dry weather sent this burn pile out of control. Firefighters got there quickly, knocked down the flames before they could threaten nearby homes. In the meantime, the Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue, Canby, and Clackamas Fire Districts all announced that they are temporarily banning backyard burns. Here's what Clackamas Fire had to say about barbecues.
If you're using a barbecue, make sure that it's away from your house and on a non-combustible surface, such as like a wood deck. just try to make sure you're taking care of any embers, and if you can have a garden hose close by in case you need to use that, that would be great.
This burn ban started today and it will last through at least Monday. Don't forget to download the KGW News app. You can get the latest forecast, get updated weather alerts, and check out live cameras from all across the region. The father accused of killing his 4-year-old son was back in Multnomah County Court this morning. 19-year-old Marquavius Ware pleaded not guilty. The boy's mother says Ware took the child for a visit over Easter but never brought him back. A month later, the boy was found dead with severe injuries from suspected child abuse. During a court appearance just last week, the child's family called for justice.
I want him in jail for the rest of his life. If you can't tell, he's a menace to society.
You want to hurt somebody, but you know you can't, because we got to leave it in God's hands, number one, and we got to live in the justice hands.
Coming up on KGW News at 4, we are looking into what the boy's mother did to get her son back before he was killed. Students at the University of Idaho are getting ready for tomorrow's commencement ceremony. It is a bright spot after a traumatic school year where 4 of their classmates were murdered. NBC's Steve Patterson is in Moscow with this report.
On campus, spring is all around, offering a sense of relief as a difficult year comes to a close. But for many, their traditional grad celebrations are tinged with sorrow for the students who lost their lives.
We're going to remember those 4 individuals and remember the legacy they left on, and just kind of take that and move forward.
The university is awarding posthumous degrees and certificates to Kayla Gonzalez, Maddie Mogan, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle, along with another student who lost their life in a car accident. A family friend of Xana's father, Jeff, telling NBC News that Jeff feels honored and hopes the posthumous diploma will inspire other youths to continue their education.
They worked hard. They studied hard. They deserve to have that work recognized and honored and remembered for sure.
A healing garden and memorial is also being planned. Chapin's parents writing, "The University of Idaho continues to amaze us with its unwavering support." The Chapins created a unique scholarship program in his honor, selling tulip bulbs called Ethan Smile to raise money for others.
Ethan, he's a one of a kind.
Ethan's fraternity also raising more than $125,000 for scholarships. The other families establishing similar foundations. The murders on November 13th shocked the community and brought national attention to the shared residence on King Road.
And this is what the house looks like now. The fence line around the property, the windows boarded up after it was given to the university with plans for it to be demolished.
Meanwhile, the case against accused killer Brian Kohberger is moving closer to trial. A preliminary hearing is scheduled to start June 26th. Kohberger was arrested on December 30th at his family home in Pennsylvania.
Police department search warrant, come to the door!
Kohberger, who has pleaded not guilty, recently hiring a defense attorney certified to defend death penalty cases. The crimes of an accused killer now set to play out in court as students prepare to take their next big steps in life. A walk across the stage, side by side, with the memories of their fallen classmates.